Hello everyone. I just turned a small account of $180 to $1,000 in just 3 days time. You can see today's profit is close to $300. This account I started as a challenge with just $180, and within 3 days we were able to take the smaller account to almost 900 plus, close to $1,000. And this is today's profit. And for the past 7 days, we have clocked around 750, around $750 profit. But how did we trade that? What is our leverage, and how did we manage our risk? All this I am making a separate video, in detail video in the coming session. But before that, let's see how I was able to make a profit of around $300 with such a small capital in a single day. Yesterday, I clearly mentioned what would be my trade plan, and everything worked out perfectly as we expected. Let's take a look about what our analysis was yesterday. Please listen. When the market has to sustain below the previous Friday low, which is Friday, July 17th, only and only then I will be thinking about short. That also, I will take a look at the price action, whether the good seller volume is punching, or is the accumulated participant liquidating little of their position for another sell off. Until unless I see this, I would be looking only and only for longs. So, what is the next opportunity for the Monday and the upcoming week? My take on the trade plan would be, if the market gives a retracement, that would be the best opportunity to add on to my currently running on longs. You can see the my longs are already running with around 300 pips profit. So I will be holding, I'll be adding or averaging onto the longs, and my target would be, first target would be 4,080, 4,100 levels, and then to 4,200 levels. That is my target. I am not interested in shorts for the upcoming session. So yesterday, I clearly mentioned that I would be looking only and only for longs. Why? Because we were so sure about what the market is trying to do yesterday. Let's take a look at again what are the main major factors that we figured out yesterday, because of which we looked only for longs. Even we mentioned that even if we get a dip, that would be best opportunity to add our longs, and that's what exactly I did yesterday. Yesterday, we figured out that the sellers are already exhausted. We from the past 3 days, we have been trying to figure out how the accumulation participants' confidence are, what they are trying to do, and we clearly identify yesterday that the sellers are already exhausted. What does that mean? If the sellers are already exhausted, the accumulation participants would be able to easily take the market up. What does that mean? Market would be ready for a positional reversal. That's what we figured out. But that doesn't mean that we will get a perfect long trade at the bottom, right? But that it's not a sure shot trade. But we figured out when the market is going to take a reversal. That we figured out in this drop. You see this? We identified that the market participants were exhausted here itself when the sellers were not able to push the market even further down. And we figured out in the volume delta, the volume of the sellers have already been drying up, and it has gone even down. So we figured out that the market is getting ready for the reversal. And we expected there can be one more final dip to take the liquidity of these short-term weaker buyers. And that happened. That exactly happened in the US market time on Friday. And what I did, I joined the longs immediately after this candle. With this, we expected the market to bounce back, and that's what we got on the US market session opening. And I added the positions here, and I carried the position throughout the night, and it closed almost with a good profit, around 300 piece profit. I will post the profit booking that I did in the morning session today. But for my surprise, market opened again gap down of 30 points. 30 points. This many players would get tend seeing the loss. We were closing with a 300 pips profit, and again market is opening with 300 pips down. That completely wiped out my profit. But I made use of the profit because we were very clear that market is trying to go up. So I added again the positions here, and we were able to write the position. And here I booked my maximum profit because market is was getting absorbed on the top. Market was getting again was showing indication that it is going to give a pullback again. So I again entered here, and you can see my positions are still running. Most of that I have already booked. Wow, you can see the the market is trying to again give a breakout. So this is what we have been expecting yesterday, and we executed very clearly, and we were very sure that there is going to be no short opportunity. All the pullback is going to get bought back. Now, what is market trying to do, and what are the trade opportunities for the coming day? Let's take a look at that very clearly. Now, market is in a very good condition to continue the market momentum and breakout to the higher zones, because market accumulation tends to be on a completion, and we are seeing the exhaustion of sellers, and the buyers are already trying to take the market high. So, what are the key levels that we have to take a look for today's US session market and tomorrow's morning Asian market? So, I would be very keen on this location, which would be around 4,000. Market should not be, gold should not be getting an acceptance below 4,000. If we get acceptance means it has to sustain, not a drop. It has to sustain. If it sustains below 4,000, what are we going to expect? We are going to expect another shake off. What do you mean by shake off? Shake off is nothing but the accumulated participants, when they sustain on a particular level for a longer time, their average order value would be high. So what would they do? They'll just exit very less number of quantities at a faster pace. What would they do? That will get absorb the liquidity below this. So they were able to exit a higher average the position, and they are getting orders below this, which would make their average even little more or less. Can happen if the market sustains below 4,000. But for now, what I'm expecting is market to sustain here in this zone and again give a breakout. I am not interested for shorts for today and tomorrow session until unless it finds itself comfortable below 4,000. That's my take on gold. I hope you would be able to grab some opportunities in today's session. Gold is looking really good and bullish. I hope you all the best for the coming session. And regarding the risk management, how I turned $180 to around a close to $1,000 profit account in just 3 days. I'll be coming up with a video where I clearly mention the risk management, the strategies that I have followed, and what are the mistakes and learnings that I had, with which you would also be able to, improve your trades when you are trading with higher leverage like 1000x or 2000x. If you're new here, please subscribe to this channel, because I will be doing gold analysis every single day. So all the best, and see you in the next video. Thank you.